days, you know.
Hello, everyone. This is Evelyn of Evelyn's Creations. I just would love to show you what's going on in the beautiful West Oaks Mall this Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. This is my road dog. This is my girl. Come on. Can you tell everybody who you are and what you're doing?
I am Joquita, and I am curating an event at a Perfect Union Art Gallery this Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. We will also have a wearable fashion.
Yes, ma'am.
Fashion show, wearable art. I'm wearing a dress here.
Check out this dress, everybody. Check out this
painted
dress.
by D. Patrick Nose.
This is a real wearable art show, everybody. So I'm trying to tell you, if you're looking for some art, some fashion, you got to come to the beautiful West Oaks Mall.
Yes.
Inside, you will find the Perfect Union Art Gallery, where he features high-profile artists all over heaven. Not just in the United States, all over heaven. So tell us about what's going on. Let's go with this movie here, the 6888.
Okay, so this piece here I created before the movie. And why I created this piece is because we were never portrayed on recruitment posters for the military.
Say that one more time. Say it one more time.
I decided that I was going to create my own recruitment poster portraying, highlighting the Black women of the 6th AAA Infantry. This group of women were all educated, either teachers or college graduates, but they were all educated. And they went over to Europe and they organized the postal system, which could not be done for a year and a half. The government was behind a year and a half in delivering mail to the soldiers. And so the morale was very low. And so their saying was, no mail, low morale.
Wow.
And they were able to complete the task before the deadline. And then they were sent over to France to complete the same task before the deadline, without proper sleeping quarters, rat-infested mail rooms. They made it happen. And so this piece shows that the women are American. The face shows that everyone can look in here and see themselves. No matter who you are, you can see yourself in this piece. Shows the U.S. flag with the blood-stained banner. It also shows the French flag, because the French gave them honors and medals, and the United States did not give them to them to more than 20 years later.
Now, I want you to know, we saw the movie, right? If you didn't see the movie, go see the movie. But what I want you to see is that the sister here did all this. This is glass. This is glass that she cuts and paints and put it all together in frame. So this is not no ordinary art. This is, look at what she's got on.
This right here is traditional stained glass, and I've added in some modern techniques. So you'll see the painted glass here that has been kiln fired for 13 to 18 hours. You'll see the handwriting here, that's all glass on glass. So it's actually fired into the glass, it's permanently into the glass. You'll also see that I put a flower up here, which is a black-eyed Susan, to put myself in here because I'm from the state of Maryland. And then I did some beading work right here so that you can just see there's lots of different techniques to the leading of glass. I use textures in the hair. Very important to me to be able to use textures to show the different contours and authenticity of people.
Okay,
Our
now
people.
we're gonna move over to her next piece. Let's talk about this piece.
Okay, so this piece is called Every Step Counted. The name of the show is Every Step Counts, based and centered around whether you're going in the positive or negative route, every step you make counts. And so this piece is of Ruby Bridges, integrating the schools in New Orleans. And I just was very creative with this piece, changed some things up from what you're usually seeing. You usually see Ruby with the federal marshal in the background, but I wanted her to be by herself because she was in her own space, you know, integrating schools. She didn't know the magnitude of the movement in what she was doing. And so quintessentially, I used some textured glass here, drapery glass here to show the slouch socks, a little more modern with some blue shoes, sneakers there, comfortable shoes. She's got a ruler, composition notebook, her books, and she's not even bothered by anything that's happening around her.
Let's tell us where she's from again.
This is from Louisiana. So this is a part of our history that showcases what we went through, not only in the South, but also in the mid-southern states of America.
And she's still alive today, everybody.
And she's still living, yes.
Yes. Now go up here. Now I'm feeling her too, because I my skin just gets shivers when I mean, when I see and I hear her sing and what she's done. Can you tell us about her, please?
This is Miss Nina Simone. Nina Simone and her famous song, Mississippi Goddamn. There were so many negative things happening in the United States, atrocities, killing of youth, bombings, lynching, and she just had enough. You know, the killing of an innocent black man and just everything that was going on. And she's like, Mississippi, goddamn. You know, come on now. All this stuff going on, and now you're in with what's not right in the treatment of blacks. And so this piece right here, you know, she was very, 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 you know, just truthful speaking, no filter. And I love the part that she always says, and I mean every word of it.
Yes. And when I saw her at Carnegie Hall, I saw a replay of her at Carnegie Hall, and they told her not to sing the song. They said, you cannot sing that song. And them white women was in the front. They said, sing that song, sing that song. And she had to sing the song because the crowd demanded the song. So
Yes.
if you can go back and look her up, it's great history.
Yes.
Great history.
Yes.
Okay, let's see
Yes.
who's going on right here. Who's at the bottom there?
So at the bottom here is Frida Kahlo. She's from Mexico, and her story is a very sad and strong and proud story. She suffered from mental illness, and a lot of her life, she was in body cast, because at a very young age, she was in a bus accident, which broke her legs and her coccyx bones and everything. So she was in pain most of her life, physical pain. And
I want
then
you to
she
stop
was-
right there. Stop right there.
Yes.
I want you all to know that my girlfriend right here, my friend, I'm talking about this sister, she was paralyzed. Can you tell a little bit, just to give them a little bit about your struggle?
Yes.
Because
So-
it's relatable. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is. It's coming through physical things that try to keep you down, and you just put it in your mind that this is not going to be me. I am not going to be handicapped. I am not going to sit still. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to do what I can do until I get to where I really want to be. So I am a cancer survivor, and the hospital damaged my right femoral nerve. So I was paralyzed from my hip to my ankle, and now I have fully recovered. The doctors still tell me there's no way somebody fully recovers from that. And I am proof that God works miracles.
And you know what I love about you? When you say, I told my children, hey, I'm going to be out of here. I'm going to be up and walking.
Yes.
And she is not only she up walking, doing tours, traveling around the world, in my wear sometimes.
Yeah, most of the time, yes.
And she's doing her thing, so I can relate. So I want you to know out there, if you're watching me on YouTube and you're going through a struggle, look at this sister. Not only did she overcome being paralyzed, walking in her bare foot, showing how we came from
Yes.
picking cotton to now
Yes.
we in a beautiful place like the West Oaks Mall, and we are showing you how to get it done. Okay,
Yes.
I know you got to go because you got more pieces, but let's go through them real quick. Let's just give them a taste. Why to come
little
out?
taste.
You got to
So-
come out this weekend, you guys, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the beautiful West Oaks Mall, and we're showing my girlfriend here how we get it done with art. Okay, let's go up front real quick.
This piece right here is a fiddle. It is a mosaic piece created by me. It's also a violin. So the violin and the fiddle are the same instrument. They call it a fiddle when classical music is not played on it. So if you're playing folk music, it's a fiddle. If you're playing classical music, it's a violin. And it just shows how people like to differentiate what is the same to minimize the importance and the complexity and the intellect that it takes to play this amazing instrument. Also, you know, it also was a form of freedom to be able to play music during slavery, and also to be able to play music from the night all the way to the morning hours, so that others were able to steal away and move towards freedom. And so the person playing the violin was a part of the freedom movement as well.
Now say this real again. Some called it a fiddle, some called it a violin.
Yes.
So when you see the violin, you think of a different race. When you call it a fiddle, you think of another race.
A violin is a fiddle, and a fiddle is a violin.
Listen to that, you all.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Baldwin, what's we doing
So
with Mr.
James
Baldwin?
Baldwin is created by a very talented artist, Robert Rell. He lives in the Kissimmee area, and I saw this piece and I was like, oh, I love Baldwin. And I have a piece that I created of Baldwin, but I wanted to highlight how different artists capture different people, different heroes.
Right.
And the fact that James Baldwin was prolific, he was a great literary person, he spoke his mind, no cut cards, no filter, the truth, and had to go over to Europe at some points in his life to be able to be appreciated and have the platform to talk about the atrocities in the U.S., the mistreatments of Black, and speak out about it. And so this man is realer than real, and I just love this piece.
Go tell it on the mountain.
Go tell it on the mountain.
Remember that? Okay. Now we can't forget them.
No.
We can't forget them.
This piece right here means so much in the Americas. So we're focusing on North America, which includes Mexico, United States, and Canada. And so this Indigenous woman, it's called First. This is a mosaic piece that I created this year, and it just shows the importance of being able to be yourself. And I wanted to show that everybody can look into this piece and see themselves. Whether
That's
you're
amazing.
male, female, this piece is quintessential in showing that you can be yourself. It's not that you're doing too much. You're doing what you want to do. You're being able to show who you are, how you feel, not having to squelch how you feel about your heritage, your ethnicity, your values, your beliefs.
I like how you talk about Canada in this piece and how they held the Indigenous people up to such a high standards. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, so of course, like the Americas, except for Mexico, the natives, especially the Blackfeet native tribe, a lot of atrocities happen to them, lots of killings of them, lots of stealing and murders and taking their children from them and putting them in Catholic schools and sticking a pin in their tongues if they spoke their own native tongue, and just people having just PTSD from that and not wanting to share their culture with their children.
Wow.
Because they had such a negative effect and so many things done to them wrong. So Canada has apologized. Canada has recognized that the Indigenous are the first, and they call them First Natives because they were first. They are first. And we are thankful that they are still here, and they were strong and they persevered, just like the Africans that came across the Middle Passages, strong, persevered, still here. They're still here.
Okay.
We're still here.
Tell me what freedom. Tell me what freedom is. Look at this piece. All glass, all hand
This is a
stained.
glass mosaic piece, and it's the freedom to be yourself, freedom to love, freedom of music, of what music gives you. So the D in the word freedom is actually a music note, if you see there. And then the heart represents the O, and that represents love.
Amazing. Okay, this one had me in tears here.
Okay, this one right here was recently created. It was created in the month of February by V. Nelson Cardenas, who is originally from Colombia. He is a U.S. citizen, and his work just speaks the truth. So this is a Colombian man with his traditional hat on, and you see the roots here and the American flag, and it shows how we're being ripped apart from ourselves.
Wow.
So that we're not connected to who we are. It also shows down here being ripped apart from your roots. And so when you forget about who you are, your foundations, a part of you dies. And so this piece right here, I just had to have it. I had a creative team that helped in deciding which pieces would be a part of this show. I did a submission, a call for artists, and everybody loved this. We were wild by this.
Well, I gotta tell you something. This piece is sold. I'm gonna buy that. Yes.
This piece is called Bridges. And what this is Ruby Bridges in another light. And it's without the noise around her, without the N-word and the tomatoes that other people depict in their pieces. And I didn't put that there because to me, that is not important. I don't want to highlight the negativity. I want to show her strength and tenacity. She's on her way to school. She's on her way to take care of business. Adults decided that she would be a part of the movement. She didn't know when she got to school that she would have no friends. She didn't know that she would be in class by herself, one-on-one with the teacher. She didn't know she wouldn't be able to go to recess. Didn't know that she wouldn't be able to eat lunch. And so every day she would hear these children playing and giggling, and she would wonder why. But there was one educator, and God bless her for those who have that one educator that means so much to you, to have a positive impact on your life. And I just love this piece of Ruby Bridges, and it's so,
you know what, everybody,
red dot.
We got to get a little horn. But you know what? If you're one of my followers and you're in Macon, Georgia, there's another piece that got away from me, and it's Harriet Tubman.
Yes, and I'm working on another one because she loves it.
The museum in Macon, Georgia has the original Harriet Tubman piece. All of them originals because she hand do each one.
Yes.
But I said, I'm not going to let another one get away.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome.
And there's another one coming.
Okay, we're going to go down real quick. She got to go because she's still making stuff for the show on Saturday. Talk about Josephine Baker real quick.
Okay, so let's talk about Miss Josephine. Miss Josephine Baker was a talented artist in so many different facets of life. And people like to say, well, you can't do everything. Well, yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Why should you limit yourself? And two, as many African Americans did, Black Americans during the civil rights, and prior to that, they went to Europe so that they could get the respect, the love, the acceptance, be able to earn a fair living, be able to express themselves. And so Josephine Baker here, this is fused glass. And it shows her without the bananas, not having to make fun of herself to be able to survive. And that was a form of survival back then, but you don't have to do that now. So this is a more modern piece of me telling the story of Josephine and what she had to go through to be successful in her life.
And what I love about her is when she adopted all those kids.
Yes.
Just, my goodness.
Different ethnicities. And just to be able to love, and love is love. And that's one thing that Nina Simone will say, what is freedom? And freedom is having no fear. Having no fear at all.
No fear at all. Now, I'm on a time schedule. I'm going to just briefly, if you could say about
go through
5 words
quickly.
of each one,
This is
because I don't want to invade
Armstrong, made by Valerio Mazzoli.
Mm-hmm.
We have Carlos Santana, who is very open about the African descent of people from Mexico and the Americas.
Okay.
And so this piece is of Carlos Santana, whom I love. This piece right here is Gord, and Gord is from Canada. Mm-hmm. He was an activist and did not want to be called political. And so he was very popular, very famous Canadian musician, Gord Downie, and he was diagnosed with cancer, and he played all the way up until his death.
Wow.
We have Biggie and Pac here, Biggie and Tupac. If you know Biggie and Pac, you know their importance. This piece I did is traditional stained glass, but I also added in some hand-painted crushed glass, fuse it in the kiln, and so this gives you a different depth and dynamic. I used some mirrored glass, crackle glass, you see water glass there, and I put them together and put them separate. And so if you know, you know.
Okay.
This piece right here is a mosaic glass guitar made with an Arctic teal glass, and when you look into the piece, you can see yourself.
Wow.
And so as musicians, we are responsible for telling the stories of what is happening currently in the world. And so that's a way of us continuously to be able to talk about history and current events, and it's passed down. We have Jimi Hendrix here. This piece was done by Randy Mustang. Amazing piece of Jimmy. Another person who just spoke his mind, just a genius with the guitar. His style of clothing, he didn't conform and say, I'm going to look like everybody else. He was himself, which I really love, the freedom to be yourself. This piece right here is Miles Davis. This was created by Valerio Mazzoli. This year will be Miles Davis' 100th birthday. And so there's some celebrations that's going to be happening all over Miles Davis.
All over. I'm going to start with this one because I don't want to show everything, so everybody to come out and see the exhibit and the wearable art fashion show.
Yeah, so this
But can you
piece
talk
here,
about this brother right here?
This brother right here The headdress will be a part of the show.
Oh my
And that's how
goodness.
we're going to open the show
Ooh.
with first.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Because in the
ooh.
United States, Canada, and Mexico, the Indigenous were some of the first people here.
Amen. So let me tell you something about Evelyn's Creations. Evelyn's Creations is an artist, and artists attract artists. And we want you to come out and celebrate the art for the heart with wearable art and see some of my friends that I enjoy being with. And look, I'm not on the road like I used to be, but they're coming here and so we can all get together.
Yes,
right?
we can. And we're still in the phases of setting up. So we're going to be ready.
We're going to be
ready for Saturday at 5 o'clock from 5 to 8.
And bring your credit cards because it's all for sale, right? Is all of it for sale or some of it for sale?
Well, only a couple pieces aren't for sale, but 3 pieces have already sold.
Okay, so 3 pieces of sold, but the artists are always making nice things.
And you can pre-order and order the piece, and it'll be similar.
Check out her outfit. Check out the outfit.
Yes, this is a custom hat made by me. I love
This
cotton.
is my favorite plant, y'all, because I love fabric, and it got to come from cotton.
Yes.
So this is my favorite plant. Talk to you later. I know I extended my stay. I'll see you tomorrow and Saturday.
Yes.
All right? Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Please come by the show, Evelyn's Creations and the Perfect Union Art Gallery right here inside of the beautiful West Oaks Mall, where we make it happen. Thank you. Bye-bye.